Question 43 Cy 2021, and the question is, you have to choose the correct statement among these four options about the concentration of K plus and Na plus ion in animal cell. Now we'll go through the options. First, option A, the concentration of K plus ion inside cell is greater than concentration of K plus ion outside the cell. Option B, concentration of Na plus ion inside the cell is greater than concentration of Na plus ion outside the cell. Option C, concentration of Na plus ion inside the cell is less than concentration of Na plus ion outside the cell. And option D, concentration of K plus ion inside the cell is less than concentration of K plus ion outside the cell. Now you have to choose the correct answer among these four options. The answer might be only one option or it can be multiple options. Answering this question, we have to know what is sodium potassium pump. The sodium potassium pump, or it has another name, that is sodium potassium ATPase, since it is an enzyme and it is actually found in the membrane of animal cell, that is in our cells or in every kind of animal cells. Its general function in cell physiology. The main work, there is a main function of the sodium potassium pump is to maintain the osmotic equilibrium and membrane potential inside the cell. The sodium and potassium ion moves against their concentration gradient. Now we know from the theory of diffusion or a theory of osmosis, that is actually depends on the theory of diffusion, that is any ions in a solution portion, if they are divided by a membrane or something that kind of, they will transfer from higher concentration to lower concentration. There is a usual diffusion method, but here it has been written that sodium and potassium ions move against their concentration gradient, that is they actually move from lower concentration to higher concentration to maintain that equilibrium. Now the work of Na plus K plus ATPase, that is sodium potassium pump, is to maintain the gradient, that is the higher concentration of sodium ion extracellularly. This is very important. Higher concentration of Na plus ion extracellularly and higher levels of potassium ion intracellularly. So these two ions you have to, these two words you have to think, extracellularly and intracellularly, where extracellularly means outside of cell, intracellularly means inside of cell. Now look into the picture of sodium potassium pump, that here you can clearly see that this is the cytoplasm, that is cell, and extracellular space, this is outside. So outside, the in place of Na plus, it is showing positive, that is higher concentration, and here inside cell, in case of potassium, it is showing higher concentration. Negative means again here negative, it is lower concentration. So from this diagram itself, it is very much clear that sodium ion concentration is always higher in the outside of the cell, and potassium ion concentration is always higher inside the cell. And the mechanism of the sodium potassium pump is like that. We can see that this is Na plus. So Na plus ion will go and they will be absorbed in this kind of system, 3 Na plus ion, and here that the absorption, the opening of mouth, so 3 Na plus ion will move into the outer space. So movement of 3 Na plus ion. So they are going from lower concentration to higher concentration. And again, this is K plus. You can see 2 K plus are absorbed, and by the opening of this area, 2 are coming back. Here, movement of 2 K plus ion. So it is very much clear from this picture that Na plus concentration outside the cell is higher than the inside the cell, and in case of potassium, concentration is higher inside the cell than outside. Now if we go into the options again, so what is the correct option? K plus ion inside cell is greater than K plus ion outside, and option C, Na plus inside is less than Na plus outside. So these two are correct option. So your answer is A and C. You can, for further reference, you can go on lecture of Na plus K plus ion transport by Professor Debashish Ray, Department of Chemistry, IIT Kharagpur, and these are the required YouTube videos. Thank you very much.